Hear that siren coming, we're looking in our side view mirrors hoping, oh, I hope it's not behind us, and then you see this coming up.
Yeah.
What do? Well, you are allowed, and hear me out, no cop is gonna give you a
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I'm Dan. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Come hang out at Tom and Dan Live on all social media platforms. We did a little behind the scenes yesterday of the Dome.
Yeah, at the Science Center.
At
We
the
got
Science
a preview.
Center. We got a preview. We'll tell you all. You might see some of that on our social media very, very soon. But it is very, very good. Very good.
I was trying to explain it to my sons last night.
You can't really do it.
I was
Makes
like,
you sound like a dumb old man.
I was like, it's like a big curved TV, you see? And they didn't know.
It's
They didn't-
humongous,
they were like,
man.
okay. They're
It's gigantic.
and then I was trying to like explain the planetarium aspect of it.
No.
I'm like, you have to see it.
You got to see it. It's definitely one of those things you got to see. OSC.org, become a member, and the Dome is included.
So let's do some weird job.
All right. You are real heavy on the. You want the songs. He's a demanding man here, and he wants these songs. He wants these songs pumped out for Weird Job Wednesday. And you know, I was inspired because the Weird Job Wednesday that we have organized for today. We met this gentleman at the Mo DeWitt Celebrity Bowl-O-Rama.
Yeah.
For what's the name of the
Rosie's
Adventures, which is just one of my, if not my favorite event that I do, and it just, my heart grows 1,000 times. It's great being able to go there and do that. This is the first time we interacted with this particular local celebrity. There was a little bit of friction that I felt because this particular celebrity came over to our side of the bowling alley. I mean, like you and I, we were like, he was on the other end of the bowling alley.
No, well, Busdecker's always trying to start fights with people.
He does. He's an instigator.
Busdecker is like, you think you could do more push-ups than Trooper Steve?
Yeah,
and I'm like, of course
okay,
I can.
I am talking about Trooper Steve. Trooper Steve is here.
Awesome, guys.
Welcome
Thank
to the
you,
show.
thank
Hold on,
you.
I'll give you a blast.
Why does Busdecker want to? He wants all the celebrities to fight each other.
I don't know. Oh, he really, he did Sabrina dirty, and she'll never get over it. You can listen to her on the Friday Free Show and hear all about that.
Yeah.
Trooper Steve is here.
Awesome.
I knew Tom would want a song. I tried to weave in some of the natural friction that was at the bowling tournament between you and Tom. I noticed that there was natural friction there.
What?
And here's a song. This is Trooper Steve's Weird Job Wednesday theme song written by me.
It's Trooper Steve, or is that Tom? They've got the same hair, but something seems wrong. One helps people while the other smokes drugs. Tom is emotionless.
Trooper Steve gives hugs.
It's Trooper Steve, or is that Tom? They both got on polos, but Tom's nose hairs are long. What the hell?
This is the best song I've ever heard.
Doesn't care. Steve proudly served this nation. Tom was known as Drunky Bear. That's gay. That's gay.
All right, let's get into it.
What the hell?
Everyone knows
gosh.
Drunky Bear's totally gay. Let's jump into it. Trooper Steve here.
Well,
Weird Job Wednesday. Let's do it.
Man, it is awesome to be here, guys.
How you doing,
Thank
Steve?
you for being here.
Well, now I'm second guessing a lot of it. So
Thank you for being here. That's the worst part. We're fine. We got it
this
out
is
of our,
good.
got it out of our system.
Wait until you third guess it. That's a real bad.
Yeah, right.
Okay, he's here.
So Steve, we met I think 2 years ago at Mo's Celebrity Bowling Tournament.
Briefly.
And so
I don't think that was the one I was basically inoperable because of my first hip.
No, yeah.
And I couldn't even move at all. This one I actually got to bowl.
Okay.
In this one, yeah, I'm making strides.
So you are the traffic and safety expert for News 6.
That is correct.
And now, so I think a lot of people are confused because I was like, okay, so he's the traffic and safety expert for News 6. I'm like, do all the news stations have a traffic and safety expert?
they do now.
Okay, all right. So
Right.
first,
You guys
How surprising how fast their names changed once I got hired.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
everyone
Yeah.
changed their titles the second I was hired.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
You know
go.
why? He got the resume too.
Yeah. Okay, let's
You
go
know.
back to how this whole started.
All right. I'll give you the quick rundown here of how this truly happened. So, They call me Trooper Steve. My first name is not Trooper. A lot of people come up like, is your name Trooper? Like, no. Like, think about this for a second.
But in Florida, there are people named Trooper.
Yeah, there would be. Hey, I went to high school.
He wrote down T-Dog as your nickname. He wanted to call you. Wow, that's
I went to high
Steve.
school with a kid. First name Bud. Last name Weiser. So
No way.
Oh my God.
I swear. I went to school locally, so he could possibly be watching this.
Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Budrick Weiser.
I was grew up here in Central Florida, guys. So native here,
Nice.
born and raised. My mom's Puerto Rican. My dad's Italian. I look like I'm from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
And I went straight out of high school to the Air Force. So I knew I wanted to join the military. I wanted to be a cop long term, and I was not about to sit in a classroom.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
my dad was like,
Did you do ROTC?
nope, wasn't interested. I was a
Really?
marching band nerd.
Okay, so was I.
Full blown.
What'd you play?
I was a saxophone guy.
Hey, all right.
And then I was a drum major for 3 years.
Okay.
Because obviously, if you go
Well, you're
saxophone,
popular
drum-
if you're a drum major, then everybody likes you.
Well, at our school, yeah, it was decent, I guess.
Yeah, drum major is the coolest. Drum major is Blade.
for the marching band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can, if you're drum major or drum line, like
Yes.
I was section leader of the drum line, you can go out of section leader or drum line and drum major and like weave into dance corps.
Yep.
You can get into like you could talk to baseball players without getting beat up actively.
And it was my secret sauce of not getting noticed in basic training because I knew how to march. I knew how to stand still. So I just mind my business while I joined the Air Force, breezed through it. First stationed in South Korea. Amazing experience. I was deployed to Iraq for 8 months. Got to do some interesting things over there, and then got out and joined the Highway Patrol.
There you go.
All right.
And that's how the trooper thing started. So
Like the Highway Patrol, the one that the country song's about.
Yeah.
The Highway Patrol.
Yep, absolutely. And it's wore the whole Smokey the Bear hat, the whole shebang.
I had one of those that a trooper had gifted me a long time ago as a kid.
That is a sacred.
And I would wear it on my bike when I was riding around DeLand. Oh, I thought it was the coolest
That's
thing.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
joined the Highway Patrol and I loved it. I am a trooper through and through. I love the Highway Patrol, the high gloss belt, the clean uniform,
Yeah.
everything about a trooper just spits military to it. And so I enjoyed it. Got to ride motorcycles with the Highway Patrol, spent 3 years there, and then got recruited to the public information side. So that's where Trooper Steve, quote unquote, were born, really. I trademarked the name, Trooper Steve. I own it. I changed all my social media to it. And I'd show up on these scenes, and the media was calling me Trooper Steve. So I was like, I got something here.
Yeah.
Okay,
man,
all right.
that's
So
smart.
then the hurricanes hit in 2017.
Were you like one of the only PIOs to
So-
like kind of weaponize your name?
Yes.
Well, not that's a wrong word.
No,
Right.
take it.
But you're
Take it, bazooka it
but
all
you-
day.
But you're like, I'm gonna make it way easier for them to find me. Because PIOs get a bad rap. I used to work with a lot of PIOs when I
Okay.
was the producer for Ed Till. Because you guys always want to spin things and not give me the details. I want the nitty gritty. But if you give me a cool name and we have a relationship, then it
Right.
Yeah, I see what you
You
did
leave me
there.
alone at that
That's
point.
really clever,
So
man.
I got to give it to you guys. Have been in the business for a little bit. Everyone knows the famous Kim Montez. She
Yes.
was the face for 20 plus years here. I would not be who I am if it wasn't for her.
Yeah, she has
because
gladly told multiple producers at Real Radio to pound sand. Good day.
Yep.
Yeah.
to piss off.
Oh, I know
basically.
that. I know her. Oh, yeah,
She-
100%.
You would try to go on her. She'd be like, "Hey, I already answered that question.
Yeah.
Try again."
Very
sort of
good
thing.
at what she does.
Explain to the
Top
audience
tier.
what
Yeah.
a PIO is.
Public information
Okay.
officer. So it's the people in uniform or a representative of that organization. So I was the person when a press conference would happen or a massive crash, I'd be the person on camera explaining to you guys, the civilians, what occurred. I was known as not speaking like a cop and being rather sarcastic. So I built a name for myself. News 6 reached out and said, "Hey, do you want to join our morning team?" At the time in 2017, that relationship between law enforcement, I was like, no, thank you. Here we are 10 years later. So we had a great conversation. They wanted to humanize law enforcement at News 6, and here we are. Now,
Right.
I'm still a trooper. I'm still sworn. I'm a reserve state trooper. So I don't go out patrolling. Half this Central Florida knows who I am. So when I pull them over, they're like, "Hey, Steve." And I'm like, "Well, if you know me, you're catching a ticket. So
What?
yeah, and it's like
whole point,
right.
Oh, that's the worst thing you could have told Tom. You blew his mind.
I thought you by having you on the show that gets me
Yeah.
out of all.
Well,
You're also-
might get you out, but if I'm stopping you, you're catching a ticket.
I get what you're saying.
Hold
I get
on,
what
Steve.
you're
Hold
saying.
on. You're telling me that if we leave today, right, and I'm
Also, it
driving
should have dawned
around,
on me that all of this, you set up to be interviewed here today, all of this to get him out of a ticket.
Right.
I didn't even think about that.
and then you happen to see me. I'm texting. You know, I
Oh, you got your seatbelt on or no?
look, but I'm only texting as I come to a stop. And then
Are you
as
still
I
rolling?
start,
Are you still rolling?
Yeah, of course I'm still rolling. Like I start texting like 50
Never
to
not
100
rolling
feet.
is
That's like being holding the drugs and saying, I'm not in possession until I'm smoking, kind of thing.
Well, that technically that's true.
Yeah, that's
they're not
true.
even in
Yeah,
my
they're
system.
not even my drugs. These are my pants. Have you
just
ever
hold
heard that?
them.
You ever heard that? These are my pants.
You
I've
can't
heard
just
that a few
hold
times.
drugs.
No, not part of the deal.
So you'd still give me a ticket.
Yes.
And but it would be awkward though because I'd be like, Steve, I just interviewed
I
you.
pulled this. You have
on
the same
show."
hair. We have the same hair. What do you use?
He does
Suavecito?
you do have great hair.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And so I didn't even know there were reserve state troopers.
So it's a kind of secret squirrel kind of thing. You can't just join the highway patrol and be reserve. So you right now can go to the academy and apply to the Orange County Sheriff's
do it.
Office.
You should do it.
To the sheriff's office and be a reserve deputy right out the gate. You cannot do that with the highway patrol. You have to be a standing trooper first, and if you're going to depart, receive approval by the colonel, which is the equivalent to a sheriff or the chief for the highway patrol.
Gotcha.
It's also the bad guy in that one movie. I forget what it was. The Colonel.
The colonel.
Yeah, remember?
Has a lot of umph when you say the colonel.
Yeah. What was it? The one with Leonardo DiCaprio, bad mustache, very fat?
Now, is it?
I don't know.
Is this still true that the highway patrol and like the regular state and county?
Is this where you start a little
Cops.
fight? Are you starting to let's get
Go
some
for
friction.
it. I like this. I like
I'm
this.
just saying they used to have like every once in
Yeah.
a while there's a story that comes out where some highway patrol pulls over a local deputy and then they get mad at each other. Then the local deputies start staking out to pull over the highway patrol.
You know too much.
Well, we love these guys.
You guys have been embedded in this community
Yeah.
for
we
quite
love
some
it.
time.
We love these kind of stories.
So there's always one you like to joke, and you're in our business too. You think about it. Every policy, every guideline has someone's name attached to it. kind of thing. So it's a jurisdictional thing. I'll say that.
Okay.
Sometimes as a trooper, I would joke because I'd respond to one intersection that falls in the city, but depending on which way the wind's blowing, they may not want to work it that day. So the highway patrol will always say, "We'll take it," because we're supposed to be the big brother of it. But in all actuality, we're
because
just
regular cops are little babies.
well, I'll say
highway
That's what
patrol.
troopers
Yeah.
think.
Well,
Highway patrol
no.
got fat nuts.
Hold on. I'm going to
That's
say
what
this.
I heard. A highway patrol equals
Oh,
fat
God.
nuts.
I'm going to get lit
Regular
up.
cops, wham wham, poo-poo
Absolutely
diaper.
not here in the state of Florida, just because highway patrol here in the state of Florida, we're only traffic focused. You go to like New Jersey and the other states, they're real state police.
Right,
Like
right.
these are full service. You're not calling 911 and the highway patrol is not showing up at your house kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So I would say the highway patrol here, we like to portray ourselves as a professional, but I would say there are some sheriff's office that would spank the highway patrol.
All right.
No, I got
okay,
you. All right, there you go. There you go.
So, how long were you an actual highway patrol officer?
Trooper.
A trooper.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, man.
You see that? My
He
God.
really wants
So
that ticket.
How long were you?
a copper.
So I did 8 years full time on the road.
Okay.
And I did it all right here in Central Florida.
Okay.
Craziest thing you ever saw, or can you even talk about
I could talk
it?
about whatever you want.
Yeah, what's the most dangerous situation you feel like you were in?
I think we've all kind of, that sixth sense does exist. There's things that happen to your body when it knows things are about to go south. I've been in situations, south end of the turnpike down in Kenansville by myself, backups 30 minutes out at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, God.
And you got someone that's not cooperating and they know you're by yourself. So they're going to try you too. At that point, you got to escalate things very quickly, but in a very professional manner. I think a trooper staring at your eyes at 2 o'clock in the morning, letting you know that I'm leaving here and you're not, if you want to get out of this car, kind of sets a tone.
Yeah, sure. So you're confident in what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. But crazy things I've seen what the body can do in crashes. I've witnessed people die
Oh my
within
God.
seconds of me. I've held few people while they've died. Crashes are a nasty
He
thing.
jumped Gravedigger.
So why has nothing to do with me?
And I've done nothing. I just sit here and will run my mouth for 30 years.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people never talk about the stuff that, I mean, police officers, highway patrol, I mean, especially with the accidents involved, like, just, it's hard to
First responder type stuff.
compartmentalize that stuff. And how do you deal with that? Like, seeing something horrible, seeing people die, like, you know, how do you go about your week after you see something traumatizing like that?
You know, oddly, radio folks, you guys in this podcast world, not TV, not broadcast, your all's sense of humor is very similar to a first responder world.
Yes, yeah.
As real as it gets. And you guys have a very dark sense of humor. And I would say in the law enforcement world, that's where we are able to plug that. You got to be dark. It's reality. I joke about it, but and the cliche, a bunch of cops are going to shoot me a text later about this. I can't believe you said that. But like what law enforcement first responders say, that's real life, guys. So you have to be able to acknowledge that this is real. This is reality.
Yeah,
what you guys do amongst your day going from A to B, B to A, that's just your routine. Reality is happening around you all the time. We've just decided that, all right, this is the world I operate in.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I always hate it when I see like some cell phone video gets leaked.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Of some first responders or like a crime scene unit show up at a murder scene or something. And then they'll be joking around and talking nonchalantly while there's a dead body. And then people are like outraged. They're like, how dare they joke around about something serious? And it's like, these people see this stuff so much.
They're having to process it. Like,
Can you imagine if every call, so the average law enforcement officer in 20 years will encounter over 400 traumatic events in their life. The average person, 2.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
So you think about that. They have to be on that scene and just process and move on, not really get emotionally attached. Now, there are cases, there are a few that I'm still attached to this day that bother me.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's because of how it happened and that it was preventable. And there's so much crap that piss you off about being a first responder because you look at the responsible party that's with it and you're just like, you dumbass. Why could you have not made a proper decision? And you just changed the course of so many people's lives.
Yeah,
it's a hard place to be. I get very passionate about it. And I think that's what's kind of helped me where I'm at today.
well, you're also passionate about, I was doing a little digging and I thought this was really cool because you're a relatively young man and you are very active in preserving military history locally.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really cool. I love the preservation of history. And I noticed that you were doing some of this in like, is it Kissimmee St. Cloud area?
St. Cloud area, absolutely.
And his grandfather fought for this nation.
Amen.
and passed away in St. Cloud. And one of the most meaningful things that I've ever been a part of with you was when your granddad had his he had like the gentleman, a bunch of and these guys were very, very old men, but they all came and they had a little boom box and they had their bugle. It was an automatic bugle. And
They did a dedication.
They did a dedication. It was awesome.
That's amazing. St. Cloud has a rich history. They're known as the friendly soldier city, and a lot of people don't understand that.
I was hoping you would talk a little bit about this
because when I say all the wars kind of died down, civil, everything, they were known as an accepting veteran town, whether you were black, white, part of the South, you were welcome in St. Cloud. And to now, you're talking a fairly red portion, not to get into politics, but a fairly red portion of Osceola County that has, I'm the vice chair of the Veterans Council of the city there, and now we have a fully developed Veterans Council that supports and has bipartisan support. So you're getting both Republican and Democrat to support this for all veterans that have died.
Well,
and that can get controversial sometimes.
Yes.
But when you stop and you just think of what and the intention behind their heart,
Correct.
that's all that matters in St. Cloud. And I think it's so freaking awesome. It's so awesome.
I'm glad. Thank you for mentioning that. I just thought it was like, it's also very cool to see. I don't know. I think you're pretty pretty much the youngest person to probably ever hold office in doing that or hold position
As I say,
on a board.
I am not allowed to hold office.
But you know what
I am
mean.
a broadcast news anchor.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I get it.
To be on a board of something like that, to actually give a damn about something like that.
And to your point,
that's a very odd, cool young thing to do.
Like to your point, like about staying involved. For me, I say this to people and they think I'm crazy. I pay 3 hours in the morning in studio so that I'm blessed enough to get to come out and party with the community.
Right.
What do I mean? Get involved, because there's let's be real, there's a lot of news folks that have been in this business a long time that just show up and they go home and they got this big platform and they don't use it for anything other than themselves. When you can go
I
out
do
there,
that.
well,
yeah, we
well, you
love
can
that.
go out there. You can go out there and have a good time. Go out there and have a good time. Oh, come on, guys! You guys were raising money for Rosie's Adventure, so
No, we love the kids. The kids' charities is our
Well,
thing.
and
We
it's
love
like-
helping
Well,
the
I
kids.
just got
Use
drunk
it.
and bold for 2 hours.
But we raised a lot of money for it. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me also, the dogs. I'm big on animals and stuff too. So
Yeah,
I love
no,
your
no.
dogs' names too, because you never guess this dog's names.
Oh, I got it on my
Dude,
bio.
but they're
yeah.
lovely because they're human names. I love it
Yes.
when people give their dogs human names. I'm talking iconically
yes,
human names.
older lady names.
Older lady names. We have Teresa.
Yes, my girl.
And we have, is it Margaret?
Margaret.
Margaret and Teresa. And they are both, are they poos?
So
Are they,
Margaret is Margaret's my little girl. She is 4 years old. She's a mini golden.
Mini Golden.
And then my big girl, she's 4.5. That's Teresa. Oh, there's my family right
Let me
there.
get a photo. There they are. Look at it. Look, Tom. Look,
look
at
at
that family.
that.
If you could find a
And-
better look at, you don't have photos like that. You need to.
It's
You
so-
can't even. You can't even.
I'm always confused.
That's
when-
going to be my
when-
business card.
That is such a great photo of your family, man.
So, and then the little one, the bigger one, that's Teresa. She's a Newfie Doodle, so Newfoundland and Poodle.
Newfie
She's about
Doodle.
70-ish pounds. That's my trauma girl. She's afraid of everybody but me. But the little one, not my wife, the little one, she'll go with anybody.
You guys are that's an attractive family. Everybody in that family.
My wife gives me about 4 extra points on the meter.
Hey,
so.
hey, whatever it takes.
Yeah,
man.
right?
You're doing great.
So-
You're doing just fine.
Steve, I'm curious about like getting into your weird job.
Okay.
Because it is weird, I think, and because a lot of people don't even understand like exactly what it is and like what your job entails.
What are
so
you
like,
called upon to do?
So
Got
like
it.
Monday through Friday, give us your like
routine?
your routine. Yeah.
All right, so I am the traffic safety expert for WKMG News 6 Mornings. That's
Okay.
the official title. What is that? It's a traffic anchor, is all it is. So everybody, morning news across the country have a traffic reporter. We just do it differently because I can look at a crash and tell you basically how fast someone was going. And the depth of it, I can pretty much call it from a helicopter shot how that crash happened. So that's why when I got hired, I said, we're going to change it to expert. So I wake up Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, that's an honest answer.
No, I tell you-
finally, there's
yeah.
only two people that have ever told me the honest answer of working mornings. You and Johnny Magic.
I believe, okay.
Johnny Magic said it sucks.
There's
and
nothing
but
good about it.
Yeah, it's
not
nothing
good
good
for
about
your
it.
health. It's not good for your
And
body.
you never get used to it.
Never. Anybody who's like, oh, you must love it. Do you like eating sand?
That's
No.
an excellent comparison.
Like, no,
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
crunchy. It still sucks.
Yeah,
So 2 a.m., I'm out of the house by 3:30. I'm in the studio by 3:55. I record some traffic alert stuff that I already have pre-scheduled that airs the evening.
And you got to look okay too. I want to point that out.
Yeah.
It's not like you can just. I can schlub in.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
radio
I can
has
roll in
got
here.
it easy.
Yeah, I can Rick Rubin it all day long.
And that's,
no
I
one
get some of
cares.
you guys that are like, man, I want to do news. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Because if you're having a bad day, you can have a bad day and still knock out this
No, but
job.
tell them
Yeah, you
tell
gotta
them
be
what it-
clean shaven. You
Tell
have
them
to
how
your
you
hair
really
has a-
feel. Tell these people, if radio people are coming up to you and saying, I want to do TV news,
Okay.
you're too ugly.
So
Just tell them straight.
Yeah.
There
They
is-
should
Not,
know.
look at the symmetry of your face. You look like a disgusting lump of clay.
Yeah, also
they're-
too fat.
Oh my God, way too
That's the
fat.
first
some
And-
branding
and
that
I
goes
dug
along
in
with
your-
it.
And radio people.
There's no fat people on TV.
There are.
There
are
are.
no fat people on TV. None that we care about. Did you hear that? I said none that we care about. and then also, you should tell them stop hitting your partners. And maybe you'll be able to get on TV like me one day because we don't hit our partners.
Oh God. But yeah, so I get in.
He's laughing because it's true.
It is, there's drama in every career field.
It's so true.
So I go on air 5.
Okay.
We're live from 5 to 8 on broadcast. I do traffic hits every 10 minutes, and I'm producing my own stuff. So when you're seeing that, obviously, unlike weather, and I love my weather team, but every time I say something, it's expired. So the second I say something, so you have to, I take that very seriously. So the second you're never going to see me repeat something again. If I say I4 is good at Kaylee, I'm going to move on to another spot. So when I'm jumping off camera, I'm changing those graphics up. Then I have.
Do you have to run the graphics yourself?
I run my own graphics. I have a clicker in my hand.
We hate running the clicker.
Everything.
We're so bad at it.
Oh,
We have nothing but disaster stories of running clickers.
And then you click a panic button and it's jumping 10 slides and
We've
you're
done
not
that.
there.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It blows your punchline.
Yeah.
We remember?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to die inside.
So I get through the show, and then I have a few segments. I've got Trooper Steve on patrol. If you've seen me rolling around in my truck, Results 1, it's got cameras. I do a
He
segment
has
on
his own
that.
truck. It's called Results 1.
Well, I have a truck.
It's called Where Are My Results? Results pending.
Yeah, pending the results there.
Yeah, we got the results.
TBD.
AIDS. Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So
You have AIDS.
for the first 2 years, we were live in that truck every day. I would stream live from the truck. Recently, we stopped going live, and now it's a pre-recorded segment. Interviews, segments all throughout Central Florida. I'll go as far as Flagler, south to
You do
Kenansville,
food
wherever.
reviews in the truck.
And I do food reviews.
Do you have to come up with this? You like
I
produce?
do this all myself.
Okay, so you produce all your content.
Everything. So there was a time,
Wow,
Tara
Steve.
Evans, I got to give her a shout out. She's no longer with News 6. She was my gatekeeper. She kept me out of trouble. She kept me focused. Love her to death. She moved on to other greater things. But then I also do have a segment, Ask Trooper Steve. So 2 days a week, you send your questions in, as dumb or common sense or ridiculous as they are. I will provide you a
Driving
response.
barefoot, is it illegal?
I have
Trooper Steve.
I have answered that
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
It's not. However, if you want your toes split in half, go for it. So I've seen it.
I used to
My
do it.
feet are tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monday
I
through
need my
Friday,
toes split
and then I
now.
do board meetings, like the little stuff I'm involved with, community activities. I MC a lot of things. That's for me.
You're a good speaker.
I love MCing. Events.
I noticed that you're good. You're an excellent speaker. You do the measure. He does a bit of a
I have a-
measured Obama before he responds.
Why?
Yeah.
So you.
You do you pause for a second and okay, and a little Obama go into your head, and then you say what you want to say.
See, you're,
I don't measure
you're
my
pouring
statements.
you're letting people know. I have a cadence that I stick to.
I like it.
I have taken some self-help books in the past,
I
and
like
there's a little bit of a professional cadence I stick to.
No,
here.
you're good. I think it's. I do too. You're talking. I'm the corniest. I am. But I love it. I just like hitting the post, making it sound good. Why not?
Right.
Why do you want to because so much of what we do now, especially in social media
Okay.
land, so much of what you have to do is don't make it look too polished.
I'm
It's
all
why
about.
did I learn all this garbage
Right.
then? And all these, and then you got some guy puts a wig on, acts like his grandma, 1 billion people following, he's a millionaire. Stupid.
See, I like to just be real. Like today, I got irritated coming over here because
Why?
every damn coffee shop looks the same.
Yeah.
Everyone wants the same font. Everyone thinks they're unique. but
Not
it's
the one on Lee Road
it's
we
the
used to have.
same crap.
Bikini coffee.
It's the same. I'm gonna say. I'm not naming anybody. It's the same crap coffee, all on the same road. But finally, I found a decent one right down the road over here. I don't want to give anyone shout outs.
Lingerie coffee
But
store.
I got a coffee. But I walked into 2 on the way over here, and they all have the same graphics. It's like stay off of Canva. Like just come up with some.
Oh, now
cheaper,
Canva's
Steve.
not good enough. What do you
So-
feel about AI? Have you seen the back? You're a foodie, right?
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
foodie. Have you seen the new backlash in all the foodie groups? I'm looking at you, Orlando Eats or Tasty Chomps or all the same thing. If your business is a restaurant and you have an AI flyer, we're not going. That's the new thing. That's the new
What's
thing.
the only thing we can afford?
No, sorry. I
can't
need
afford to
need
pay.
a low-res
all-
picture of your food from an actual phone.
It's all about the prompts. I'm telling you, you
Really?
can make anything not look AI if you prompt it correctly.
Oh yeah, we know. Yeah, I don't even want to hire. I don't even want to pay them ourselves. Can AI do everything? So Steve, speaking of Ask Trooper Steve, I have an Ask Trooper
Let's
Steve
go.
for you. And I came up with this question when I recently.
I'm glad he wasn't here for. Are we allowed to drink beers while our wives are driving us around?
No.
We asked that yesterday because in our mind, and by the way,
They're not drinking.
Did you know that there are no states that will allow you to drink and sit in the passenger seat? None. You're allowed to sit in the passenger seat with an open container.
In some states, not Florida.
Not in Florida. There's only 2. You can sit in the seat She can be driving me around, and I can have an ice cold.
But the
Coors
second
Light.
you consume
the
it,
second you consume
Oh,
it.
well, how would they know?
right? I have not drank this.
But I'm just reading you the law, man, because I looked it up yesterday to try to really pinpoint this. But it is 0 now. So now
right.
the great nation of America has been. It's all 0. You
dry.
can't even sit in the passenger seat with a beer.
So I noticed this while driving in Miami the other day.
Oh, well, it's
because
Miami.
because
We'll be right back.
Miami
Yeah.
is the
Here we go.
last bastion of anything goes.
Yeah.
And then you could tell as soon as you pass West Palm, you're like, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah.
You're like
Like, are we in the Bahamas?
You're like, how is that still on the road? Everything.
Party time.
And then I'm on the turnpike, and then I noticed, I was like, whoa, it shocked me. There were some guys riding in the back of a truck.
Okay.
And the truck was filled with garbage, and there were some, some dudes just rolling around.
too.
rolling around back there.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, man. And then I remember when I was a kid in Miami, I grew up there. I used to ride in the back of people's trucks, my friends' trucks. I used to have my friends ride in the back of my truck.
Yeah,
and I
we did
remember,
it too.
I remember
We'd go to the beach. We'd lay in the back of the truck until we got to Daytona Beach. It's like 30 miles. I'd just be laying. They're doing 90
By the way,
on the truck route.
Well, they're just flying.
Yeah,
Flying.
I never let my sons ride in the back. In fact, I tell them, like, you want to die? Like, this is the most dangerous thing I could possibly imagine is riding in the back of a truck because you will be immediately ejected out and dead. Because there's no.
Unless you just stay in the bed and the truck rolls over on you like a Wicked Witch of the West.
That would have to be some high velocity spinning going on.
I had a friend, and
Toothpaste effect?
He flew out, and then whatever one of the vehicles ended up landing on him. Not good.
So I told, this is what, when I was a teenager, I used to tell my friends, like, as long as you sit down in the bed with your back against the back windshield.
Yeah, that's physics. That's just physics.
Well, no, then it's legal.
Okay.
But you can't sit on the wheel or
You
like
can't
on
have
the
your feet dangled out.
Yeah. You have to sit with your back in the bed with your butt in the bed.
Now, I still contend that is the best intent because it makes it look like you're really trying to do a good job.
Yes. And I was like, then it's legal. If you don't do that, then it's illegal, and I'll get a ticket.
Yeah, this is Ask Trooper Steve, the long-winded edition.
Is that true, Trooper Steve?
Well, was there a question mark in any
Oh,
of
he
that?
got you.
Well,
That's what they wanted.
Can you ride in the back of a truck as long as your back is against the back bed?
Got it. So that's one of the emails. So that's one of the ones I would purposely copy paste onto the screen on TV and read it as it was sent in.
To mock the person's English?
Oh, I'll do that, and then they'll yell at me. They go, "Why'd you do?" Well, that's how they ask. They go, "Yo, Steve, da da da," and I'll copy paste it right in.
Yeah.
So you're almost there.
Okay.
You are allowed to ride in the bed of a truck. You must be fully seated, butt to the bed.
Yeah.
No sitting on the sides. However, you have to be 18 years or older.
Okay.
17 years of age
my
in the
girlfriend.
bed of a pickup truck is illegal in the state of Florida. However,
There you
that's
go.
only, and here's the big one, guys. This is where the laws a lot of people forget. Public roadways. If you are on private property, you can do whatever the hell you want. If you're out in a field doing your own thing, you can do whatever you want. The second you pull out into a public access road, that butt better be in that bed, and you must be over the age of 18.
Okay, I got another question I just thought of. So I got this buddy that got popped for a Dewey in the past month or so. And he was in a Publix parking lot.
Yep, public access.
And then he got pulled over for not stopping at a stop sign.
Okay.
And then I was
This
like,
was you, wasn't it?
no, it wasn't. But I thought
He doesn't tell me about all his DUIs. This would be.
All of them. How many we going? Oh, I
Well,
see it on the board here. It's
I
like,
think,
ding, ding,
I
ding.
think this would be the third one.
This is not
And
good
I
with the
think
trooper
this
here.
may be a lose a license scenario.
And then so I was like, I didn't know that you could be pulled over for not obeying a stop sign in a Publix parking lot because I thought it was private property and the stop signs were just
well,
like
what if I had probable
suggestions.
cause that you're drunk and I use that as just another piece of evidence?
Well,
Jeez, we got another cop in here?
I don't know. Does that sound pretty
that
good?
sounds pretty
I don't
phenomenal.
look like I go, oh, what if I do this new thing where I'm like, hillbilly cop?
That
Well,
could-
I wear the hat and everything. But
we
I
could
have-
start a segment, you and I, here off on the
Yeah,
side.
Captain Cop Man.
Because one time some old lady backed up into my truck.
I remember this.
While I was in like a Planet Smoothie parking lot, and then the cops were like, "This is a we have no jurisdiction. This is your own
There's
business."
nothing we can do here, man. It's
Yeah.
a public parking lot. We
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
This is not out of
Yeah,
our
yeah.
jurisdiction.
Anyway,
So it gets a little tricky. It's gray in those parking lot areas. I would need to know way more to draw a conclusion on the probable cause of that traffic stop without Monday night quarterbacking that guy's stop. But based off of what you're saying, yeah, public access, public roadway, parking lot, things can be enforceable in those areas if that company, Publix, does have a pretty large memorandum here in Central Florida with local law enforcement that they're allowed to enforce on their property. So that is likely. That is part of the situation there.
Gotcha. All right. I knew Publix
And that's a-
partner with the cops.
A lot of people complain, oh, well, I'm in a parking lot. Well, do you know the owner of this company? Because most parking lots have signed something saying cops can enforce laws here. So
Mr. George would.
yeah,
That's the
that's-
owner of Publix.
Gotcha.
Mr. George.
That's why I'm a Winn-Dixie man.
Oh, you can do anything in a Winn-Dixie.
I was about to
Oh,
say,
my God. I met my wife.
I grew up in Kissimmee, man.
I met my wife in a Winn-Dixie parking lot. She was human traffic.
So let's talk about e-bikes real quick. 'Cause,
Oh,
this is-
these e-bikes, jeez.
Do you
This
like
is-
them or hate them?
I
You're
have
a
one.
young guy.
I have one.
Yeah, you're supposed to have one. You're
Yeah.
a young guy.
So this has been a hot button topic. I've seen all over social media news and
killed at crosswalks.
Yeah,
with
and
e-bikes.
and-
Live at 5.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and
that
it's-
is what you see.
and and it's super sad, some of the stories coming
is.
out, and
Terrifying,
so and I know they're changing some laws, and I saw that the first law they're changing, which I do agree upon, that like they're outlawing e-bikes from riding on the sidewalk. Now, I know a lot of people saw this and are like, what? This is going to cause more injuries by forcing the kids to ride in the street, right? But then if you're forced to ride in the street, then maybe the parents will not feel as comfortable having your kids ride because the parents should
Bikes
be
will
in
go
charge of
60
this.
miles an hour.
Yeah,
you know?
but I'm saying like this should be a parent thing, not a government thing.
Yep.
Keep the government out of here.
100%.
But anyway, so I know that law is changing, and anything else that's coming up that you're familiar with?
There's nothing. In my opinion, screw it. They're not taking it as seriously as they should be. We knew e-bikes were coming. That should have been on the forefront of some traffic laws when all these special sessions were being thrown around. We're talking about all this other stuff, yet we got kids getting whacked by cars all over the place. I'm not a parent, so I'm going to be very careful on this. But at the end of the day, this is a parent issue. You're putting your kids on motorcycles is what you're doing.
Yeah.
My first time on a bike, I ate it hard in my neighborhood. Me, 38 years old at the time, I went down just because you have no idea how fast you're taking off. And then you're using normal bicycle brakes to stop yourself at 20, 25 miles an hour. Just the depth perception and all of it is off. There needs to be, I think, a state law that gets put down to kind of guide all these municipalities, because you look at them, Orlando's trying to do something, the county's trying to do something, Winter Park's trying to do something. It's like there needs to be a big blanket law first, and then they need to start picking at it. You've got all these different classes of bike, class 1, class 2, class 3. Then you've got like the 80-year-olds on their $10,000 e-bikes that think they have the right of way over the 16-year-old on their bike. It's a free-for-all out there right now.
The riding a motorcycle in Florida, we've had more listeners. That may be the number one cause of death by accident amongst our subscribers and our listeners is motorcycle accidents.
100%.
We've seen so many, and it's super sad. And then, I mean, this is the exact same as riding a motorcycle on the streets. Like the problem is cars hitting you.
Yeah.
And then when you get hit by a car on a motorcycle, you are going to be extremely hurt or killed.
Well, there's a big difference too. I think there's ignorance of the law. So there's a lot of people who hop on a bicycle, and we've all seen them. Whether they're solo or they're riding in their spandex and they're 10 deep out on the roadway, and they suddenly think that they own it or they don't have to follow certain rules. The cars have rules to follow. The bicycles have rules to follow. And I know I sound like I'm here preaching from some traffic guy, but
no, I like it.
Like you have to, if you don't ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So if all of a sudden you're blowing a red light just because you're on a bicycle and you get nailed, you can't complain to the driver. And that's what we see so often. They go from the bike lane to the sidewalk because they want to bypass that law, move there, jumping out into the roadway. At the end of the 90% of this stuff is either the pedestrian or the bicycle's fault. It's hardly, I hate to say this, but it's hardly the driver's fault when it comes to these crashes.
Well, we don't have the acceleration.
Right, and
they're
you're not
taking
you're not expecting this bike to come flying out when you're coming to a stop sign.
Yeah.
And you're expecting them to stop too because their law says they're supposed to, and yet they're flying out in front of you. The other car doesn't see. And then we're dealing with a fatal.
My brother would be mad as hell if he was alive to see this happen because he, at one point, he would drive his dirt bike around the streets of Deltona when he was living with me. And he had
Nothing made him happy.
He had a 4-stroke dirt bike.
Free, truly free.
And he would drive it around,
Yeah,
right?
truly free like an eagle.
And then he got pulled over and got a ticket
did
for
indeed.
driving his dirt bike on the streets.
Yep.
Right? And he had to go to court. He never showed up. Weren't ever arrested.
That's what eagles do. Totally free.
You know?
That was just
free flying.
He's a free flying eagle.
That's Timmy or whatever. But then he would be like, well, what the hell? All these kids, because now, like, it's not only e-bikes, they are Surons and they're electric dirt bikes.
Yep.
So, like, and my buddies.
That's a different animal
Like,
than an eagle.
Well, and that's another thing. All these it's an e-bike. No, it's not. If
a
it does,
motorcycle.
if it doesn't have pedals and it just has pegs, that's you're
It's an
running
electric
around
dirt
as an electric dirt bike, and that's a vehicle. That's no longer a bike.
And it will do a wheelie. It'll haul. You could jump
like that.
You can climb a tree with it if you want to.
Freestyle motocross is using electric. Now they're bigger motors or whatever, but you could. I mean, they are.
Ooh, I wanna ride one.
They are as fast or faster.
They're ridiculous.
Than
They are.
4-stroke, 2-stroke dirt bikes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they are.
I don't say it often because I have an e-vehicle.
Yeah.
I drive an e-car.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an e-guy. I like it.
I've got a gas Explorer ST. Love my
Nice.
Explorer, but I drive every day an E, and the speed of that car is absurd.
It's scary. Yeah.
It's absurd how fast that is because it's instant torque. I like to joke like I'm a car guy, but I'm not. But the gas buildup in the engine, you're not waiting for any of that.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't understand the same thing applies for an e-bike.
Yeah, it's faster than a gas-powered bike in most cases.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
yeah.
Is like a lot of these Harleys,
I-
like you got a big bagger out here. We
Right.
hear them go by all the time. There's actually a friend of mine that'll come by. Pardon me. But the acceleration on that bike, he would have to actively choose to do that. On these bikes, anybody with zero, you could literally be the most novice.
Now-
I can set you on it. And when you
You're
floor
gone.
that thing, it's like 0 to 60 in like, I don't know, 3 seconds or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Now, with all that said, keep the government out of it. Just police your kids yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, true.
And that's
Like,
it. Just being safe. I'll say my little tidbit is just there is equipment out there to keep you safe. And as a kid, if you're out there, I know it's not fashionable. I hate even wearing this headset because I love my hair so much. But you got to wear it. Whether you're at 5 miles an hour, you crash, or at 10, you hit your head on a curb, your life is forever changed.
No, 100%. And I'm telling you this because I want to ride an electric dirt bike around the streets, and you're going to ruin it for me.
Yeah.
So
I have one. I have a conversion. I have
Okay.
a,
Keep
I
your
have a
kids out of there.
1959 Vespa that I pulled the
That's cool.
engine out of, and I put an e-bike engine in it in the back wheel. It's a sealed up,
Yeah,
sealed hub.
But that has a license plate,
It
and
does.
it's
And I wear a
street
helmet and I
legal.
ride it on the street.
Right,
But
you're not hopping
That's a
curbs in
motorcycle,
that
yeah.
thing.
Stop messing with you don't know how good you have it. Like
police
you're
your kids.
able to ride a Suron right now on the road. Just shut up.
Right.
Shut
Well,
up.
just
Yeah.
if everybody followed.
Put your helmet on and just shut up.
Well,
Just stop at the damn
the
stop
thing
sign.
is, no one. You jump from street to sidewalk.
Don't do that.
And then you hit an old lady.
Don't
and then
do that. Just stay in the street. I'll even let you. And there's a kid.
It's so dangerous.
He
my
wears
God.
his motocross helmet with the full bar in the
Love
front
it.
to protect his chin, but he does occasionally. I'll catch him doing a wheelie or something. Hey, you're on the road, man. If you want to do a couple of wheelies, knock yourself out. I don't give a damn. But when you're wheeling on the sidewalk and hitting people or dogs,
Well, for the record, if you pop a wheelie here in the state of Florida,
supposed to do it,
that is $1,000.
whoa, I didn't know that.
That's $1,000 fine the second that wheel comes off the ground.
What about a stoppie?
I don't know what a stoppie is.
Is that right?
Oh, rear wheel?
Yeah.
Rear
Like
wheel?
an endo? Yeah.
Really?
Like I didn't know.
Well, then we'll tack on another $1,000.
Hold on.
3,000.
What's the statute say? Front wheel or back wheel?
Right.
Steve, where can people find you on social media?
So I live on Instagram. All my social media is at Trooper Steve. If you have another one out there, let me know because I'll sue the hell out of them.
Yeah.
But at Trooper Steve, social media, Instagram is where I live on the daily. I'm also on Facebook, X. And I own and operate all my social media. So if you're messaging me and I comment or that account, that's me. No one else gets that messages or anything like that. Reach out. I'm public, guys. The weirdest thing is when I'm out and about and someone's whispering tables down from me. That's that guy. Listen, as a former full-time cop, one, that's a little weird. And two, I'm a nice guy. Come up and say hi. I may talk a little smack with you, but come up and say hi.
Come say hi to him.
Steve, you're really good at this.
Yeah, we
Thank you very
appreciate
much,
you,
man. And we will see you tomorrow.
Amen.